What up, homies? Thank you muchly for tuning in. It's Beer Monster O'Clock. And today I've got a beer from Lithuania to review, which should be interesting. Because I've not done many of them, but I have done a few. And I think they're all by the same brewery, which I can remember looking at last time thinking, how the bloody hell am I going to pronounce that? And I can't remember where I went wrong last time, so I'm just going to go in, give it another try. It's by the Svyturys brewery. So look at the can. And it's called Gintarinis. Svyturys brewery, Gintarinis, something like that, Pilsner. That's part of why I picked it up, because it's a Pilsner and I like me a Pilsner and I want to see what the Lithuanians have got to offer when it comes to Pilsners. Are they any good? Because this is supposed to be a German style Pilsner as well, which we know are lovely. So hopefully these are good as the Germans. And another thing I liked about this, it's a pint can. Even the Lithuanians know to stop messing about with these little 330s and 440 millers. Give us a pint can. We want a pint of beer, not a tiny little stubby can. We want a pint. Fill up our glass, you know what I mean? Come on, what's going on with the world, or the British beer industry in the UK? Give us a pint. Yeah, it's a rather interesting sort of orangey yellow colour, isn't it? Yeah, it definitely looks foreign, doesn't it? I picked this up out of just a random Euro shop. I don't know whether they were Polish based or what, but they had all sorts of different foreign looking beers in there, so I had a little dabble and picked a few up. It's 4.6% ABV and it is brewed in Lithuania. Lithuanian beer that's brewed in Lithuania, which is nice to see. And yeah, I don't really know much about it. It's cost me £1.99 and it's a big can, so I don't think that's too bad if the beer's good, or at least half decent. Let's get it in the glass and find out, shall we? At least what my opinion is of it. Yeah, I picked it up from the Euro shop in Gillingham, Kent. Right, let's get it in a styrofoam glass. Just because I like the glass, no other reason. I know it's not a Lithuanian glass. Oh, I can smell some aroma as I'm pouring it out, and it's not a particular pleasant aroma. It's a kind of slightly adjuncty aroma, which you get quite a lot from the beers over here. It's almost reminded me a bit of like maybe like a Holsten or Kronenberg, like kind of like a syrupy, quite strong aroma. I've not even got my nose up to the glass yet. Don't look too bad though. Colour wise, kind of a gold, like goldeny colour, straw colour. Nice white head. Don't look too bad. Got steady levels of carbonation. Nothing too crazy going on. It just looks like a Pilsner in a glass, doesn't it? Let's get the nose in there and check out the aroma of this Lithuanian Pilsner. Gintarinis, whatever it is. Yeah. Don't smell like much. It's a lager. Let it off a bit. There's the subtlest hint of like a biscuity type malt for me. Perhaps a bit of grassiness about it, but very, very light, almost like a watered down sort of good German Pilsner sort of thing. But it does smell like there may be something corny or syrupy about this one. Little bit of citrus. It just, sometimes you can't quite put it into words. I'm struggling, but it just smells a bit cheap. Do you know what I mean? You know when you just know when you've stuck your nose into some good German Pilsners and Czech beers and that. It's just got that cheap Euro macro. We're pumping this out there as cheap as possible for you to slam down your neck because the average lager drinker don't really give a shit. It's just got that kind of smell about it, you know? It's a smell that if you're from the UK, you're used to, because most of our lagers are terrible, especially the sort of macro ones and all that. But yeah, will it be as bad as our macros, or will it be a little bit better? Let's find out. The head is fucked off back to Lithuania, shall we say. There's a little bit hanging on for dear life there. Let's chuck it down the neck, see what she's all about, see if I enjoy it. If you've tried this beer, let me know what you think of it. If you're Lithuanian, is it popular in Lithuania? Is it good? Is it a good beer? Is it considered a good beer? Right, cheers everybody. I just say cheers in Lithuanian. I'll have a quick look on my little sign, but I'm pretty sure it ain't going to be on there. Let me know in the comments if you're Lithuanian how to say cheers in Lithuanian, but unfortunately I don't know how to say it, so I'm just going to go with cheers everybody. Bosh. Chuck it on the neck. It's drinkable. It's my first impression, but it's not a top quality lager, that's for sure. A bit like what I was saying on the aroma, there's just something a bit cheap tasting about it, just a bit nothingness, a bit like this. You can tell really low quality ingredients have been used, and there's not a lot of flavour. It's light bodied, but you know, it's normal for a lager, innit, or pilsner. It's far from the worst lager I've tried, but it's just a bit bluntly, a bit cheap, a bit basic, and a bit shit, to be perfectly honest. And it does taste a little bit adjuncty. Not quite as sweet as what I was fearing, but there is definitely a sweetness there, and like perhaps get a little bit of like a biscuity sweetness from the malt. But then it feels like there's a little extra something in there to give it a bit more sweetness. I don't know if it's like a corn syrup or some sort of glucose syrup, but there's just something off tasting, not off tasting, but artificial tasting about this beer for me. I might be wrong. I'm just telling you what I can taste and what I think. There's a touch of citrus, not really enough for me. There's a bit of a bitterness on the end. It's a very sort of average bitterness with no real quality or uniqueness to it to make it, give it something about it that it's sort of, it's got to make this beer memorable. It's just a very forgettable beer, and the bitterness is also not enough to cut through all the adjuncts and sweetness from this beer. It's a little too sweet for me, and the bitterness ain't sorting it out. And it's not particularly dry and crisp or anything like that. Yeah. Sorry, anybody who's Lithuanian watching. I think your beer's a bit shit. Well, this one anyway. Recommend some better ones to me, yeah? Because I'm sure you make some good beers. I can remember trying some in the past and thinking they were quite nice. But I think this one's a bit shit, to be honest. There's some really slight little bits of this and that, like it's like a floralness to it and a little bit of spice, but it's all just so, you know, when you can tell I've done it cheaply, there's just a little hint of it, just enough to probably just be able to call it a pilsner. You know, you can barely taste it. There are some little bits coming through, but it's so light. You know, it's just bland shit. You know, it needs something about it to stand out, to make you think, yeah, I'm going to buy a can of that again. And to maybe even think, I'm going to punch that into Google and see how you say that. Because that was a nice beer, that Lithuanian beer. And I think I deserve it the honour of, you know, learning how to pronounce it correctly so I can impress all my friends and that. But you're just not going to care. You're just going to drink it and go, yep, next. Won't be having that again. For me, anyway. Yeah, and there's I'd say the finish on this beer just doesn't hide the shitness of the beer. There's nothing German about this for me. Yeah, it's just a way of selling a few more cans in it, saying that it's German style. It's just a Euro style Pilsner. And that's about all I really got to say about it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this video. And chat to me in the comments. And let me know some beers you'd like to see me review, or some more sort of content that you'd like to see from me. Beer battles, slagging off breweries, whatever. Give me some ideas, guys, because I'm kind of running out a bit of ideas lately. I could do with your help, especially because like there's not so many beers out there that I can pick up and I can think, oh, people are going to want to watch me review this, because I've done so many now. It's sort of like, oh, I'll grab that because I ain't done it, rather than I'll grab that because I think I can make a great video with it. So it's getting difficult. And yeah, it shows in the views, like the last few videos, it's not as much interest as usual. And I think that's what it is. It's just because I'm just grabbing things because I ain't done it, rather than it's particularly interesting. But it's either that or nothing at the minute until I sort of get another big order in. Anyway, I'm waffling now. Till the next one, guys. Thank you very much, and bye-bye, darlings.